Have you ever noticed how most people go through their day with a constant stream of negative thoughts? It's like their mind is running on autopilot, creating scenarios and problems that will never actually happen. And even if some challenges do arise, they're usually nothing more than minor obstacles that can be overcome. It's funny how we've all fallen into this pattern without even realizing it. Unless, of course, you've made a conscious effort to become aware of your thinking or have tried meditation. These practices can help reveal the power of your mind, but with great power comes great responsibility. Imagine giving a chainsaw to someone who has no control over their limbs. That's how dangerous an uncontrolled mind can be. And here's the thing. It's not just affecting your mental well-being, it's physically killing you. If you observe people on the street, you'll see them functioning as cortisol-producing machines. They're constantly stressed and anxious, and it shows in their posture and interactions. The impact of this chronic stress on our bodies has become increasingly clear. So, it's no wonder that more and more people are recognizing the value of being present in the moment. However, there are two major obstacles to fully embracing presence: the past and the future. Most people find it easier to reconcile the past with the present. They understand the concept of not letting past regrets or mistakes negatively affect their current moment. But when it comes to the future, things get complicated. How do you set goals and have a powerful vision while remaining present in the moment? This is where people tend to fall into two extremes. The first extreme is the rat racer mentality. These individuals are constantly chasing promotions, raises, and external validations of success. They obsess over future milestones, and their happiness is always tied to achieving those goals. Unfortunately, this pattern leads to a never-ending cycle of stress and dissatisfaction. The second extreme is the misinterpretation of spiritual teachings. Some people, after reading books like Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now, decide that goals and visions are just ego gratification. They believe that true enlightenment can be found by renouncing all desires and staying fully present in the moment. While this may be an improvement over the rat racer mentality, it's still an incomplete understanding. To find a balance between a meaningful future and present moment awareness, let's turn to an analogy from Tal Ben-Shahar. Imagine you're a mountain climber. The peak of the mountain represents your vision or goal, the ultimate achievement you're striving for. But happiness doesn't lie solely in reaching the peak. It's the experience of climbing towards it that brings fulfillment. And just like a mountain climber, you can have a vision and set goals while staying present in the journey. This perspective allows you to appreciate the present moment while working towards that worthy goal. It's not about attaching your happiness solely to the achievement of the goal, but finding joy and fulfillment in the process. And no, this doesn't mean disregarding planning or the future. In fact, Eckhart Tolle himself has accomplished great things by setting goals and taking action. So, embrace the idea of climbing towards your peak, all while enjoying the present moments along the way. Find that balance between ambition and mindfulness. And remember, your journey is just as important as the destination. Now, how do you plan to implement this in your life? What actions will you take to create a fulfilling future while staying present in the moment? If you found this video valuable in understanding the power of presence and goal setting, consider subscribing to our channel, liking this video, and hitting the notification bell. By doing so, you'll stay updated with our latest content that can help you achieve your goals and live a more fulfilled life. And hey, if you felt that this video has provided significant value to you, consider giving a tip proportional to the value received. You'll find the link in the video description. Your support allows us to continue creating informative and insightful content for you. Thank you for being a part of our community. Welcome back to the Tamed course. Today, we're going to talk about a game-changing idea that will revolutionize the way you build habits. We call it the nothing rule. Let me explain how it works. You know that feeling of soreness after an intense workout? Despite the pain, you feel good because you know you pushed your body to its limits and it's part of the strengthening process. Well, the same concept applies to our habits and addictions. When we engage in pleasurable activities like playing video games or binge eating, our dopamine levels spike. But when we stop these activities, our dopamine levels drop below baseline. This drop in dopamine can lead to a lack of motivation, tiredness, inability to focus, and more. Essentially, you feel like crap. But here's the twist. This pain is actually a good thing. It's a sign that your dopamine levels are slowly starting to recover. Instead of seeking more dopamine spiking activities to relieve the pain, embrace the discomfort and do nothing. Yes, you heard me right. Doing nothing allows your dopamine levels to gradually return to baseline. Of course, I don't mean literally doing nothing all day. It means taking a break from excessive indulgence in pleasurable activities. Over time, you'll start to find pleasure in simple things like getting work done or connecting with friends. This is your opportunity to build healthier habits that satisfy you without relying on harmful addictions. Speaking of healthier alternatives, having someone to talk to about your issues is crucial. That's why this episode is sponsored by BetterHelp, the world's largest online therapy service. With BetterHelp, you can message your therapist anytime and schedule live sessions at your convenience. If your therapist isn't the right fit, you can switch to a new one at no additional charge. Get the support you need at a more affordable price with BetterHelp. And as a special offer, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/improvementpill. Now, let's dive into another helpful technique called the 10-minute trick, which I learned from the Diary of a CEO podcast. If you feel a strong negative emotion like boredom or stress, where you're tempted to engage in unhealthy habits, tell yourself, okay, I'll indulge in 10 minutes. This helps alleviate the discomfort and uncertainty, knowing that there's a planned time slot for relief. I hope the nothing rule and the 10-minute trick will be valuable tools in your habit-building journey. If you haven't watched the rest of the Tamed course, you can find the links in the description below. Stay tuned for more insights and strategies to tame your habits and live a fulfilling life. And remember, if you found this video helpful and valuable, you have the option to support us by giving a proportional tip according to the value you receive. The link can be found in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey there, Max Sterling fans. Are you ready to dive into a topic that hits close to home for many of us? Today, we're going to talk about something that affects our emotional well-being and relationships: abandonment issues. But first, let me ask you this. Have you ever felt a deep fear of losing someone you care about? Have you experienced anxiety or insecurity in your relationships? If so, you may be dealing with abandonment issues. Abandonment issues stem from past experiences that have led us to believe that we cannot rely on others. This fear of losing important people in our lives can manifest in childhood following a traumatic loss or even in adulthood due to sudden relationship changes. People who have faced neglect, abuse, or other significant traumas are at a higher risk of developing abandonment-related fears. Now, you might be wondering, what causes abandonment issues? These issues often arise from events that compromise our physical or emotional security. The death of a loved one, physical or mental abuse, or even poverty can make us question whether our emotional needs will be met in the future. Relationship loss, like divorce or infidelity, can also trigger lingering abandonment fears. So, how do abandonment issues affect us? Well, they can lead to an inability to trust others, pushing people away to avoid rejection, feeling insecure in relationships, codependency, and even the need for constant reassurance that others will not leave. In severe cases, individuals may develop unhealthy coping mechanisms such as addictions, eating disorders, or self-harm. But fear not. There are ways to tackle these abandonment issues and find healing. Self-care plays a crucial role in managing mild cases of abandonment fears. This includes acknowledging past abandonment trauma, practicing mindfulness, and seeking support from others who have shared similar experiences. For those whose abandonment issues run deeper, it's vital to seek professional help. Therapists can guide you in understanding the origin of your fears and develop effective strategies to cope with them. They can help you distinguish between your vulnerable past self and the confident person you want to become. Types of therapy commonly used to address abandonment issues include eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, EMDR, dialectical behavior therapy, DBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, and psychodynamic therapy. These therapies aim to reprocess painful memories, manage emotions, change perspectives, and uncover defense mechanisms. Remember, addressing abandonment issues is a journey, and it's important to be patient with yourself. By understanding the root causes of your fears and seeking the right support, you can improve your emotional well-being and build healthier relationships. Alright, Sterling Squad, that wraps up our discussion on abandonment issues. I hope this video has shed some light on a topic that affects many of us. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. And hey, if you found this video valuable, consider giving a tip proportional to the value received. You can find the link in the description. Until next time, take care.